Hello and welcome to Cherry Hills. You catch us here about to kick off a little bit of manure spreading. I've got a few jobs to do around the farm today. This is one of them. We've got to basically kick off manure spreading on field 2. Yeah, this is field 2, and I'm going to do this in a tandem setup with two sets of machinery, and we're going to use courseplay for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stuff off. So here we are in courseplay, and we are going to pull up our field 2 edge path. We are going to start in the southwest corner, and we're actually going to be going north. And we need headlands on this field because there's some bits at the top of the field which are just not suitable. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to do 2 headlands on this, just for safety's sake, and I'm going to generate this. So we actually do need to change the working width. So this is a 15 meter working width here, but we're going to have to change this to 30. And the reason for this is because we are going to be using 2 machines, and we need to have it set up so that the width of the spread is such for both that it works. So we're going to use a 30 meter width here. So I'm going to generate path and see it start and go over here. So that's over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drive this over here. We can start in the field, we've got no crops on here. So I'm going to bring this over. Now, we sort of covered this in one of our previous episodes for, I think, Snetterton's farm. This is the actual path we're going to do, and essentially what we have to do some additional configuration here. So we're starting here. This is the center line. What we actually have to do is offset from the center line with each of the 2 tractors, one on the left, one on the right. So we're going to configure that. The other thing we have to do is turn on an alternate row thing, so that basically the way they move when they've finished a row, they switch over and they kind of don't bump into each other. So we do have to find that, and I don't remember where that is. Here, lane offset. So this little tractor offset here. So we're going to do the one on the left first. So effectively we have to do an offset from center point. So it's 15 meters, so it's 7.5 lane offset. So apologize for the constant clicking. So how does you have a clicky mouse and you have to click 12 billion times. So we want 7.5 meters to the left. And we need to change this symmetric lane change to activated. This is important. This is what controls the alternate switching things. We don't end up going over previously done row. So that is this this piece of equipment. So what I'm going to do is, you kind of have to set them up so that basically one goes first. Now I've actually done the wrong one here. I've actually done the other one first. However, what we're going to do is we're going to just drop into the other tractor, which is over here, and we're going to set this up. So the great thing is about courseplay is we can copy the route from another tractor, which I am to do this, copy course, and we just need to find our thing. So this one is the CVX, which is this guy here. Copy that course. So This is copied over. You can see now we've got the course there, and everything is kind of set up for this except for the offsets. So what we can do now is put him there, and we are going to set the lane offset. So we're going 7.5 meters to the right now. So this is the inside. So let's set this off. Now what I want to do is set to deactivated. Now I want to max this out, because just so that they go now, essentially one goes quicker than the other, and then we're just going to get this off on first waypoint. That's going to go. Now I'm going to watch that. That's going to spread, and see it's on the side. It's turning. Turns a little bit off, but it'll do. And we want him to go as fast as he possibly can. This guy, we're going to just bump this guy up a little bit. He's going to go as fast as he can, but effectively the thing that's controlling the speed is the trailer. So again, first waypoint. This is all set up. I'm going to set this off now, and just close that off. And you'll see. Go. And effectively, this is just going to roll around the so effectively we are now nicely rolling along with the manure spray, and in theory we could do 3 or more of these. You know, it's a little bit more complicated setup, but effectively, you know, we can get these guys going. The whole point of this is just to get this field done in a relatively timely manner, because it is one of the biggest fields. We've got another task to do up here. We're just going to jump up to this guy here, and we are going to set this guy off doing this field. So he's going to we're going to plough this field. We're on field 5, so we need to put up the field 5 edge. We are going to do. Actually, are we going to do a headland on this guy? Actually, I don't think we're going to bother with headlands on this. So we're using a small plough, we're not using the big plough. Let's see, we want starting corner in the northeast, and we are heading west. And just generate. I'm going to back up a little bit. So that's the first waypoint, and hit him off drive course, and this guy will basically just go. So we are basically doing ploughing field 5. There we have it. So we've got that guy going and everything else. So in effect, what we should now have is this guy, when this guy gets going. Yep, this is switching the colour from the light blue to the darker blue. So that basically means we are getting the fertilisation piece play, and that's good. So all of the fields, we're getting all the fields prepped now for harvest. Sorry, for seeding. Sorry, and in effect, that basically means field 2 is the last one we need to do full prep on. So we're doing our fertilisation, and then with manure, and then we are then going to run over it with a cultivator, and then that will be done. So that's that piece, and we should have that done fairly easily. Now, field 7 is, I think, prepped. It might need plowing actually. Might need cultivating. Need to check that on out. But we'll do that after field 5's done. And all the other fields are done. So we're going to head over to the yard over here. The reason why we're going to head over here is here we have our charcoal yard, as you can see, and we are kind of missing a few things. As in, we've run out of charcoal. So what I'm going to do is we are going to move a bit of this shortwood, this firewood, out of line there into the burner. The charcoal burner needs this wood, and we basically just need to load this up. This will basically start running very soon, and lots of little tasks around Cherry Hills at the moment that needs doing like this. Oops, I got myself stuck. We've got quite a bit of shortwood there that just needs that moving out of the way. So you can see we're stacking up a bit of wood over there. This is all going to central distribution once the charcoal's produced. What we actually do need to do is we actually do need to get some stuff sold. I mean, we do have quite a bit of money, so it's not as if we need money. Although I am going to buy a couple of fields. The thing about the Cherry Hills map is all this production and stuff on, and literally we don't even sell any grain anymore. When we first started playing this map, we sold grain and such, make some money. We just don't need to anymore. Our cows pretty much do all the work. As my army, we do need to. Oops, we do need to move some milk now. That should now actually be all empty, and we are officially not full, but a good chunk of stuff in there. What we could do as well, we do have quite a bit of wood on this here as well. We could actually load some of this onto, just take it into here with the area of, we'll just load that into. This is actually, in theory, this would actually all move over anyway, because the way we've got this set up is this a massive bigger zone. See, for the wood. Just makes it easy. So load it all up. And that's all loaded. So we've got a nice load of wood, as you can see there. It's all been created. And charcoal is being produced. We are essentially set. I mean, basically this guy is going to run. We've got water in here. We don't actually have as much as we should. Just back up a little bit and unload that. Good. A bit more water than that. And we will top this up in the yard. So we've got this guy is basically running here. You know, it's kind of one we just pick up every now and then. It's not a fully automated. It is a little mini production line, so it kind of does need feeding and watering sometimes. We built this yard, very same yard actually, in Snetterson's farm as well. Same, we kind of brought this over. Got the same sort of setup, which is cool. But yeah, this is going to run, and that's going to end up in central distribution very soon. So let's check out a couple of the other little yards. So this is the so this is the Vapor Aggro mods. Basically, we do have those, and let's just on. So what we're going to do is just pop them here. So the Vapor Aggro mods, as you can see, they're the various fruits. We've got the strawberries here. So we essentially just need to pick up all the stuff here. This is one of the annoying ones that we do actually have to pick up properly. Now, it's gone and fallen off. Just put it over there. These are the kind of placeable mods, and placeable mods are somewhat picky about having stuff picked up on them by auto loading. Well, there was the issue when we were playing multiplayer. Effectively, what would happen is they wouldn't reset. And when they wouldn't reset, is basically we had to essentially have a server restart in order for the product to actually start to grow again. This is actually not the same now. This one we had. Oh, wow! It's such a long time since I've done these. Because they do require significant effort to actually do, and kind of keep on track, just get done in little spurts like this, and then I collect a lot of the product, and then we spurt use it really. Sort of spurt use it, but just bouncing off the edge. That was nicely loaded. Okay, we've got 4 of them there. Those guys are going to basically think so. Don't need any pallets for the moment, but what we can do is we can lift the cardboard that's on here and drop it into the little storage shed we've got next door. I should really have put down 2 storage sheds, but one for the pallets and one for the thing, but this actually is okay. So we've got this over here. This can go in there. Good. Stored away. These are all going to kick off. But nice large amounts of stuff. So I'm just going to grow gently. There we have it. These do actually require additional materials, so let me just check on the status of some of these, because we want to check, see what loads like of cartons and stuff. I think they're all good actually. Good. That's got plenty of wood chip in there, sorry, for the production of cardboard. And so yeah, this is all loaded up. Got plenty of wood in there as well, so we don't really need to unload anything more here. This guy's running this little lot here, on which we're down here. Yes, so that's cool. As you can see, these guys are quite happily going around. They're actually just on their second loop, as it were, which is cool. So let's check out. So this is Woodland Products where we were at before. This is the Savapa Agro stuff. Let's head over to the orchard. This is the cherry orchard. That's running along nicely. Just check actually what the status is. Oh, we need feed. We need feed. So this actually run out of food. So we do need to fill some trucks up. And that is going to be fairly straightforward. So let's head over to the yard. Let's go over. So let's take this guy and let's pop this. He's going to load up. It's going to take a few minutes. What we need is to head over to pigs. Now we should have a truck over here. Don't know if it's actually full or not. No, it isn't. Let's back this guy up to range of the milling machine, and let's turn the milling machine. I just leave him here and that will fill it up. The milling machine is literally just going to suck from the mountain of manure that we have on the pigs, and we have a mountain of manure, and so just fill up that trailer pretty quickly. So there we have it. So that's going to basically fill that up. It's going to take a minute or two. But that should be fine. You have to kind of sit in the tractor, unfortunately, whilst this happens. That's not a problem. So we do have these guys are now doing the lines. See? Cool. They haven't caught up to each other, which is also very cool. We did have this on when we were doing Snatterton's farm with the same approach, and I think actually when we did the combines on this, they did catch up with each other in a couple of places. Basically, the speed in certain areas kind of, you've got to kind of have a good distance for them to basically not run into each other. As you can see what they've done, they are closing because this is turning around, but effectively this has to turn around too. So basically notice that. So we're at 42%. Off wagon. Good. We're going around the things, making sure everything is okay. We'll take the little trucks down and we will run a little convoy to this point here. This site is the dairy. This is the meat packing site. I'm actually thinking of actually disbanding the meat packing site, the cast off food inc that's here, because we don't really use it. We don't sell on the animals, so we might recover that space. Up here we have the bakery. That bakery is kind of fed from the flour from here, so we will need to pay that a visit at some point. And then we've got the other other orchard up here. We will check on that as well when we do this one. The truck is moving forward. This is the little thing that I've noticed with this truck, is it doesn't stay still when you're filling it. It's actually kind of working quite nicely because basically it's making an even load. Yeah, it's interesting. So once we fill these up, we'll actually try and kind of do this. We'll just, before we close out the episode, we will actually try and fill up these two, at least cherry orchard anyway. Hopefully won't be too long. We've just got a little bit over 10% to do, so that truck is literally just moving around randomly. It's now going backwards. It was going forwards earlier. It's now going backwards. It's like that is just weird. That is actually kind of weird. This milling machine is pretty useful. So all we just need to do is just sit here. It basically works. Cool. The truck here. Nicely. So we pull this out onto the road, and we'll go quickly grab the other compost truck. I'm going to pop this here for the moment. And then just going to run over the compost filler. You see it's full. Jump over the fence will be... Oh, damn. Oh, move backwards. One of these ones are moved. It's filled pretty quickly, so that's fine. You see the track is actually moving. Doing it on this one as well. Okay, we're full. We're going to nip across the field here. Or the field edge anyway. See, we've been driving the various pieces of equipment. The composter's running nicely. I need to check these. I think these are the end power ones. I need to make sure these are the ones with the new engine setup. Feel a bit slow. I'm going to pop this on follow me. Get close to the other track. I don't know why that did that. Really don't know why that did that. Just veered off. Okay, let's head to... Set this down and put off. So there we go. Little convoy of manure and stuff. We could theoretically do this with courseplay. We could, but I think this is definitely. I definitely need to check these trucks to make sure they're on the new. New engine setups. This is slow. So, leaning to one side. Like picking up speed, which is good. I'm going to use all of the road because it's kind of slipping and sliding all over. I've actually gone the wrong way. That's fine. We'll turn here. But this way. We'll have the unfortunate of traffic. We should actually going slower than the traffic, by the way. So the traffic's going to catch us up. The car that's coming actually going to probably catch us up. We don't get a move on. The actual spot we want to go to is actually on the other side of field 2. So I'm going to get back onto the right side of the road. We have these 2-lane roads that seem to only have 1 lane of traffic on them. It's kind of good, kind of handy actually. This map would be a nightmare. I'm going slow now. We're actually, yeah, we're going uphill. We're going uphill. Can I explain why we're slowing down? we definitely went the wrong route. Could have gone the other way. It would have probably been a bit quicker as well, because it is a little bit more downhill. And I can see the thing there, but it's just, whoops, fell out. So I'm going to have to double check these trucks. I've got a funny feeling these don't have the engine mods. So one of the things I did when I first started using these trucks, they have a 500 horsepower engine, I think it is, and it's enough for most tasks. But we do have a variant of this truck, which we use on Snetterton's farm, which has a 700 horsepower engine. And I ported that over to this map. Some of the trucks that existed prior need updating to the new config. And I think these are one of them, because this is going on very slowly. But to the extent we've been caught by that truck, that car that's behind us, it's probably just going to plough into the back of the second vehicle before we even get to we are going uphill, albeit a small incline. This is uphill. You see the tractors are working away on the field as well over there quite nicely. We are actually road here as well. I'm going to kind of pull across now, and see, we're actually, I'm going straight, but this truck is deciding it's wanting to go to the right. So, this is the cherry orchard. The trailer is coming off. So, there we have it. We're at the cherry orchard. I'm going to unload some of this manure, get this back up and running. One of the two orchards we have on we do need to keep it fed and watered. And we did overfill this with water, so all we need to do is worry about the manure. Compost. We'll pop this here, and then we're going to grab this guy. At that point I think we'll finish up. And then we'll probably take these up to the apple orchard for our next time. So with that, I'm just going to back this up and start unloading. With that, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more of Cherry Hills and our Snetterton's Farm series, please subscribe to the channel. So with that, thank you all for watching, have a great day, and see you guys next time.